destination. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day, but that don't stop the...
Okay, Coach, it's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Minnesota Vikings and our home team. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Two. Get that ball. Watch out.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago, it's Derrick Henry. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Kill. Wick. Leave it. Bring up 48. Hey, we're good.
On second down, it's Henry. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6.
Can't.
Cousins now. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 44-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10 at the 44-yard line. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Good track.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a third and very short.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Jahan, 57. Here we go, let's bring it. Let's bring it. Check. Fresno.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And this belongs to the Vikings. Some guys just have a knack for creating turnovers. He's got a little bit of that going. He forced a fumble last week, another one there.
And it just drives teams crazy because they realize that certain guys, as you said, have that knack, and they're trying to keep them away from the action, away from the ball. But the best ones have that overwhelming desire, that overwhelming need to get to the football and make it happen, and that he does.
Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Melvin Gordon, the two-time Pro Bowler. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness. Did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Prescott. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Right there, 54, right there, 54. Silver 46. Watch twitch. Watch.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's got Fuller. And he'll be out of bounds. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Nelson Aguilar with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau, and that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Check 13. Yellow, yellow, yellow. Gun. Hey, Alpha.
Derrick Henry. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Cousins. This is the tight end, Njoku. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for L.A. 42 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Henry. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after one. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for them. Worked into the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Nifty move by Gordon. A big play there by Gordon. Give him 42 yards on the ground. Yardage-wise, he's in the top handful of backs in the league so far this season. A great run there.
He's going to love that standing when it comes to contract time. But even more so, his team loves it because he gives them an identity and sets a tone.
Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. 3rd down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range, so now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. You think back to last year, Dak Prescott was sacked 56 times, second most in the league behind Deshaun Watson of the Texans. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow.
Either
not
way.
the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The Charger drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Come on here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some. He don't want it. Ring up 48. 57 Mike. Mike 57. All right, T, let's try. All right, T. Hey, Zoo. Go.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Listen to me. Hey, Haywood. 57. Mike, 57. It's our time. It's our time, guys. It's our time.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. And when it's said and done, it's a 58-yard punt. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. The best way to do it, touchdowns.
They go play action here on first down. And this is caught by Watkins. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So second in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Here's Gordon. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Here's Prescott looking sideline, and that's caught by Watkins. 12 yards there, first down Vikings.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Now Prescott. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Quick edge. Check left. 25. Check 25. Hey, Charlie. Check 20. Lucky 50. 2.
Now Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
There we go, 46. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 56.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Lorenzo Alexander just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
There we go, kill.
Throwing, Prescott. And finding the tight end, Hooper. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's what I'm talking about.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a 1st down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. It's caught by Aguilar. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. Mike Zimmer got to be unhappy with how that turned out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. This will be taken short. LeGarrette Blount. He's at the 40. Past the 20. 10. Touchdown, Vikings. He brings the kickoff back 85 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
And talk about taking words and bringing them to life. At halftime, I will guarantee you in their locker room, they talked about pressing the kicking game because you can get an advantage if you do it right, and they just did.
Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
A first down carry for Henry. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd and 9, Cousins. They'll set up the screen with Davis. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. This is fielded at the 7. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Vikings will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. This is Gordon as they go to him again. He's got a first down past the 30. And a cutback right sideline. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18. A big play there by Gordon. 63 yards on the ground. One of the reasons that this team is on this win streak, big runs like that.
When you see runs like that broken off, you know this is a team that's confident running the football. A big reason why this streak has occurred, they've come together, had a plan, and stuck to it. And when you get big-time runs like that, it makes it easier to stay with it, doesn't it?
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Gordon. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
To throw is Prescott. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Kevin Pierre-Louis able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
It's 2nd down and goal.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Prescott. And his throw here is incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Here we go. Check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Here we go, 47. Check. Here we go, going to 53. Here we go, going to 54. Right here. Here we go, 26.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. Completes it to Aguilar. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal. Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. The rookie there defensively to knock it away, Trayvon Mullen. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
On 1st down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
That 1st down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
Yeah, didn't get a ton there, but at least some positive yardage. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. A good run as he works his way for 9 that time, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and just a few inches. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Davis, he'll try to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I think I saw a lot of shoulders just drop there. And what I mean by that is they finally were able to relax a little bit because That was an important play call. They needed to pick up that first down at this stage of the game.
Yeah, couldn't afford another quick drive and out. They keep it with Davis on first down. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Jerry Hughes on the stop.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Henry running right. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Davis. And an alley to run. Takes it all the way down to the 3. It's a big one there for the Chargers. 69 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Henry. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play.
Trying to punch it in with Henry. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Derrick Henry, his 2nd touchdown of the night, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. It's complete to Fuller. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Prescott. Flush to his right. This is caught. Watkins. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a first down. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, he's got it.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Prescott to throw it. Forced, and he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Dak Prescott with his second touchdown of the night. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. The Charger drive about to get going. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action, now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
Now left side on the swing pass. A gain of 37.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely look for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Bang, bang, 61, matchbox lights.
They'll try the right side here with Davis. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing, Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
Minus 50, minus 50. Oh, yeah. And here we go. 5.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Good one, able to haul it in. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Give him 15 yards on that one and a Charger 1st down. And the busy night for Henry continues. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Shreds the tackle. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
We got this.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a 1st down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a 10th carry for Melvin Gordon. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. This is Gordon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Here's Prescott. And this is caught by Watkins.
Well, they got the yardage they needed there, picked up the first down, got out of bounds. How about the urgency that they have, as well as the understand where they are on the field?
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Well, partner, even though my phone alarm failed me this morning and I missed our AM workout, we still made it through this thing together, didn't we?
Well, you always know I need extra workouts just to keep up with you, so it doesn't matter. But thanks for sharing a booth, and thanks for being our quarterback.
Yeah, you're the quarterback. Always a pleasure, my friend. So for the Vikings, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the home team here, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us.